A white West Virginian couple has been convicted after they were accused of treating their black adopted children like slaves. They did things like lock some of the children in a shed and made them use buckets as toilets. According to The Independent, Jean K. Whitefeather and her husband Donald Ray Lance adopted 5 siblings when they lived in Minnesota. The kids were between the ages of 5 and 16. The family then moved to Washington State and then in 2023 moved to West Virginia. It was in the fall of that year that a neighbor saw some of the kids being locked in a shed. They called the authorities. The authorities showed up, arrested the couple, opened the shed with a crowbar, and the rest of the children were found in the house. It's being reported that when the children were found, they were seen crying, smelling a body odor with dirty clothes on, and one of the children had sores on his feet. Following the arrest, the children were turned over to Child Protective Services. Now, one of the children, who is now 18, I believe, testified saying that they had to use their hands to dig in the ground. They were fed peanut butter sandwiches on schedule. And to those that were allowed in the house, they were forced to stand with their hands on their head in rooms that were shared and not in livable condition. Attorneys for the couple argue that these were just chores and were given to the children to teach them responsibility. They also said the children that were locked in the shed, they were locked in the shed to prevent them from running away again. But that argument was not convincing enough for a jury, as they convicted Whitefeather of all 19 counts that were up against her and convicted Lance of 12 out of the 16 counts that were up against him. Some of those counts included forced labor, civil rights violations, and child neglect, among a bunch of others. Let me know in the comments what you think about this story.